Hey, so this video is emotional freedom technique. You might have heard of it as EFT or tapping. And we're going to be tapping on some of the things that you have said this week about your body from the beginning that you disliked. Oh, sorry, I've got a itchy nose. Now we started. And then we're going to be tapping in some positive things which you've sort of developed over the course of the week, those new beliefs. And just super briefly, so EFT, it's based on more like the acupuncture points in your body, and that our body has energy systems, and when our energy is not flowing in the right way, then think about, like, if you thought about your body part and you were getting anxious, then you can feel that your energy is different in your body than if you're maybe like feeling really happy and joyful and like or if you've ever been depressed or felt quite low about something, and your energy's like. And so EFT, we're tapping on the end points of these energy lines in our body to get our energy flowing in a different way. Okay, just really briefly the points that we're going to be tapping on. So the first one is called the karate chop point. Like, imagine if you karate chopped someone, and you can put your hand like this, so you can put your hand like this, it doesn't really matter. And so we're going to be tapping on here, and we're going to be saying a phrase 5 times. And then the other points are the top of your head, so kind of right in the middle if you went that way, and if you went that way, right in the middle here. And for me, it feels really sore there, like, so I know I'm in the right spot. And you want to be tapping like medium to firm, like not super gently and not like really hard that you're actually hurting yourself. Then the next one is here. So usually I tap with 2 fingers. Just do it like this, which looks really funny because I've got no eyebrows. But you can do it like this or however is easiest for you. And then the outside of your eyebrow, sort of near your temples. Then under your eye, like on the bone bit that you can feel here, halfway between your nose and your lip, and then the crease under your lip where your chin is. Don't worry, I'm going to be tapping through them with you so you know. And then the next one you can choose, so you can tap on your collarbone here, or if you put your hands down and out a bit, there's kind of a spot here that sometimes feels a bit sore. So you can tap on this one. And also when you're tapping, you might see sometimes I change between tapping both and tapping alternately. You can do whatever feels best for you. Next one, under your armpits if you're a lady. I think we're all ladies in this group. We should be. Oh God, getting into like gender issues, but let's just leave that for the minute. Your bra strap. And then finally on your wrist. And so we're going to think about the parts of the body that we didn't like on day 1. And when you're thinking about those parts, I want you again to rate today, how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10? So 1 is like, I really like that part, I really accept that part, like we're friends now, it's all good. Like, maybe you don't even need to do this video if you're if you're like a 0. But really thinking about that part. Then a 10 would be like the worst ever, I hate it, and I don't want to be so dramatic, but you know, people have said to me before, like, sometimes I just feel like I want to cut off that body part and I just don't want it anymore. Like, that's how much I hate it. I would just change it like that if I could. So thinking on that scale, where would you put yourself? And so when we've done some tapping, we're going to rate it again. And sometimes it helps if you write it down, because sometimes you forget what it was at the beginning, and it's just nice to see a difference that the tapping has made. So I have got some notes, but when I do the session one-to-one with people, obviously I know more individually what we've been chatting about in the rest of the session, so I can sort of make it relevant for them. But hopefully, like I say, because this is based on what you've been saying in the challenge, it's going to be relevant for you. If there's anything that I say that you're just like totally disagree with that, I guess when we're saying the negatives, then you can just skip it out and you can just make up your own word for that. When we're in the positives, obviously you'll be able to tell because it sounds more positive. Even if you don't agree with it, I would say go for it. If it's a nice thing that you're going to be tapping in, you don't have to agree with it right now, but you might want to feel like that in the future, so just go with that. So we're going to go on the karate chop point here, and I like to count on my fingers because sometimes we have to say it 5 times and sometimes I forget how many. So if I'm moving my fingers, that's why. You don't have to move them, or you can if you want to. So even though, oh, forgot to say, so you're going to repeat after me. I'll say even though, and then you're going to say even though, and then we'll obviously carry on like that. You can say it in your head. I would encourage you to say it out loud if you can, but if you can't, obviously just say it in your head. So even though I dislike parts of my body, I love and accept myself. Even though there are parts of my body that I wish I could change, I love and accept myself. Even though there are parts of my body that make me uncomfortable, I love and accept myself. Even though I don't like all of my body, I love and accept myself. So one last time, even though I don't like my body, I love and accept myself. And I can tell even now, just saying those things, like I'm bringing up those feelings of the parts of my body that I don't like, but that's okay, because we're going to tap on them through the energy points now. So sometimes I haven't looked after parts of my body. They weren't how I wished they were. I wanted them to be different, more acceptable to society. I didn't look after those parts because they made me angry that they weren't perfect. Maybe I hated the shape of that part. Maybe I hated the texture, or feeling yourself what you didn't like about that part. Maybe I thought that part was too big. Maybe I thought that part was too small. Just wasn't how I wanted it to be. And I couldn't accept that. And even though I've thought about my body like this in the past, and I've treated my body like this in the past, I deeply love and accept myself. Unacceptable body parts. Parts that weren't how I thought they should be. And you can just, while we're tapping on these next points, just say the parts of your body. So for example, like stomach. Okay, just saying the part of the body that you hadn't accepted at the beginning of this week. Even though I didn't accept those body parts, I love and accept myself. Okay, so we're going to go on to the positive parts now. If you're still feeling like you're a 5 or above, or even like a 3 and above, just pause the video and I want you to think of the body part. So like I said, maybe it's stomach, and then tap on the different points, just saying the name of that body part, okay? And you want to stay for like 5 to 7 sort of taps on each one. But if you're feeling like a 3 or below, and then we're going to say some positives now. Okay, so even though I didn't always treat my body well in the past, and I didn't always love it as much as I should. I promised to be kinder, more loving, more accepting. My body is working for me every day. Hundreds of processes that I'm not even aware of. My body is amazing. Even the parts that I didn't like before. I appreciate my body. I appreciate my whole body. I appreciate every part that makes up my body. I'm so grateful for every part of my body. I'm choosing to respect my body. From now on, I'm friends with my body. I'm working with my body. We're a team. I know that this is who I am. This is my body. I'm proud of everything it does for me and for the things that we can do together. My body is amazing. It takes care of me, and I will take care of it. So even though I didn't always have this relationship with my body, I deeply love and accept myself. And I love and accept my body, my whole body, and every part that makes up my body. Okay, so I hope you're feeling a bit more positive. I was definitely, when we were doing the karate chop, I was a bit like, oh, okay, this is bringing up some stuff, because obviously you know that I had an eating disorder, like I really didn't like my body, and I've done a lot of work to change that, but then occasionally I still have the odd day when I'm not like super happy about something, which is usually triggered by like comparison or something, which I would love to do a mini challenge on another time. But now I'm like, yeah, actually my body is freaking amazing that it's done all of this for me, and I'm feeling kind of motivated to work as a team with my body instead of trying to fight against it. And I hope you're getting a bit of that too. So I hope you really enjoyed the challenge as well. Please leave any feedback. If you've got any other questions, then just let me know. Okay, so ending recording now. Bye.